This is WGRG 100.5 FM, where we meet the absolute minimum FCC broadcasting standards. It's time to hang on and brace yourself for a community radio program that's frankly indescribable. Let's talk Geneseo. Two guys with nothing better to do on a Friday morning but to talk about our community. Geneseo City Administrator Brandon Meglin and City Alderman Keith Kennett. And yeah, nobody, and I mean nobody, puts the blah in blah 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 like these guys do.
And good morning. You are listening to WGRG 100.5 FM here in Geneseo. And as Mr. Announcer just said, this is Let's Talk Geneseo. I'm Keith Kennett along with Brandon Meglin with our kickoff program for 2026.
Yes.
On this Friday morning, January 9th. Morning, Brandon.
It's the back half of Season 3.
It is.
Let's Talk Geneseo.
It is. A very special time.
Yes.
Right. Well, and we can welcome our listeners and viewers and streamers, or however you're hearing this or consuming this. Appreciate you taking the time to join us and find out what's going on in our fair burg. So we're going to probably get right to it because we have a very I wouldn't say frequent guest, but a guest that has been here several times before, and always happy to see Andy with us. But we'll turn the intro over to Brandon.
Yes, Andy Thurman from the Geneseo Park District joins us today. This is the time of year we usually have you in. I don't know why, but kind of kicking off the winter, the programs that happen indoors when maybe there's not quite as much to do outside, although... Sure. You know, yesterday it was 60 degrees outside. Probably could have had some outdoor programming.
That's right.
Probably could have been doing some outdoor projects if we would have been able to anticipate this weather, too, at the city.
Yeah.
So welcome, Andy.
Thank you.
We'll kind of let you take the reins. I know you guys have your activity schedule that is out with some kind of your big yearly events that people look forward to, indoor things coming up in the winter and the spring. So
sure.
Why don't we walk through some? You know what? Well, let's start with the building.
Okay.
I guess.
Yep.
Because I think that's probably a question that you get
Absolutely.
that people may even call and ask the city. You know, what the heck's going on around the Park District?
Yep.
We see
Yep.
all these blocks going up out front. So capital improvements, right?
Yep. Let's do that. So first, I'm going to just jump in because I turned the TV on before I left, and I said, "All right, kids, you have to watch me instead of the top 10 on Sports Center." So if you made it this far, thank you, and now you can turn it over to watch Miami and beat Ole Miss or whatever is on the top 10 today. So
it's a tough choice,
right. but I had the remote when I left for them. So so we a couple of years ago started our master plan project to go through and look at the building. There was a architecture firm. We went out to RFP and looked for firms to help with our project and just kind of the updates of the community center. For those that don't know, the community center was built in 1983. Then some additions, the indoor pool and the back weight room areas were additions later on, 96 and 2001. So, there's been some changes, but really looking at that facility and the needs of the community. So. Part of this project, it's a phased approach. Everything's online, so if you go onto the Park District website and you search the master plan, you can look at the project from the beginning. All of the questionnaires, all of the feedback are envision 10-year plan there, so which includes programs and grants and all of that. But a big piece of this was looking at the updates of the community center and the needs of that facility. So this current phase 1 is an addition on the front of the building. So if you drive by, you're going to see two pieces, one on the gym side and then one on the left side, kind of the senior center activity room side there too. So the right-hand side, the all block in front of the gymnasium is going to be storage. So that whole piece there from end to end of the gymnasium is going to be Park District program storage. We have 4 different areas within within the building that have become storage rooms over the years, just with the amount of program equipment that we have. So gymnastics stuff and bounce house and volleyball nets and skating. We still do skating on Saturday nights. So we have equipment everywhere, and it's all moved around. So that piece is we're going to be able to move everything into that area. There's going to be a garage door into the gymnasium, which is going to be really nice to pull things in and out, and then also a garage door on the outside. So when we participate in events like Music Fest or the 4th of July event up at Richmond Hill, in the past, if you came in those mornings, you're going to see a bounce house that obviously not inflated, that is going to be wheeled through the building, through the front entrance, and around down the hallway and all the way to the back, because that's where you can take out the bar in between the doors. So adding some garage doors for some of the equipment to get in and out, just ease of access there. The left side of the building then is going to be office space. So we are taking people that have been in some makeshift places, some places that have had backflow preventers that have leaked and things like that in these office spaces, and we're going to move them into one central spot. So there are going to be 4 offices in that front area, and then kind of a conference meeting room as part of that as well. So what this really looks like then, if you were to go and look at the 96 pages that are our master plan online, is you'll see that the idea as a phased approach in this building is going to be opening up other parts of the building for future phases. Now, that's not going to happen next year, but when we get to that point and we do our surveys and we work with the community, the idea is to kind of open up some parts of the middle of the building, to open up the back area, ease better access to the weight room, to the gymnasium, to the indoor pool, and do some of those updates along the way. So, pulling people out of some spaces and then having those spaces available for the needs, the teens or the programming or the senior program that we have, kind of open that up. So, jumping through that, there might be questions that you guys have or that I've heard too. The other thing that has been great with this project is we have, there was a trust that was set up to donate funds to the Park District over the last 10 or 15 years, and we've continued to put that into our foundation, and so those funds are being used to complete this phase of the project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys went through a pretty detailed process there with community planning. So what were, you talked about the phases and what's coming up, being able to open up some space, but what were some of the top desires, I guess, that came out of community feedback for programming or building development?
Sure. So there have been even just waiting for programs, right? So not a program itself, but we have people that come in and they have their child in basketball or in gymnastics or swim team, and just looking at some of those community spaces, those lounge spaces. We just walked through something similar in the front of this building at the high school, where you walk in and there are comfortable seating. People that are we have people that are bringing their kids to programs and then they're working, right? So to sit at a table of some sort or couches or that make it a little bit more comfortable. And then also one of the things that came out, small pieces here and there are things like the recovery room that we have, the saunas, updating those things. Let's see, small rock wall was one of the things, some type of preschool age play area. And then a really big piece that people don't really think about are the family changing room, locker room type of situations that you have in facilities. So that indoor pool, we have a lot of users that come through there. And what you might not see is there's a lot of users that are coming and assisting someone else, or have a child that they're not comfortable sending a child through a locker room and say, okay, meet me on the other side, I'll be at the pool, because they, I have a daughter. And to bring, she's a little bit older now, but when she was, 5, 6, 7, I'm not going to say, all right, go through the women's locker room and find me on the other side, right? Yeah. So to have a changing room like we have at the Aquatic Center, that you can go in and you can help, your child get ready and then come out to the pool. So it is a standalone shower, sink, toilet, locker room, individual space like that. We also have a lot of older individuals who come and they might need assistance from a spouse or a caregiver, or individuals with special needs that need a space like that. So that has been a big thing that has come out of a lot of that survey and what we see as the needs in that building.
Nice.
So yeah. So I always try to point people to that master plan online. It's all out there, and I also say, give me a call, stop in, shoot me an email, and let's figure out a time to talk and help answer questions, and so that we can communicate what's going on over there.
Sure.
So.
All right, so talk to us about upcoming things, upcoming programming the next few months.
The other thing, I know we jumped right into that, I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys still using a picture from, I think, the first time. I wasn't even on the show when that picture was out there, so I think that's about 8 years ago. So if you go and you look at the ad for this on Facebook, it popped up yesterday. I said, "Hey, thanks, guys. That's I look a lot younger in that picture than I do today."
Here's the deal, Andy. I get on Google and I search people's names.
No, don't put that out
and
there.
And I make sure that it's what I think is a comfortable legal source for me to steal the image from.
There you go.
And then that's what we use.
I appreciate it. Yeah. So I wrote that down.
Word.
I wrote that down when I was looking through my notes yesterday. I said, all right, I got to pick on them a little bit about that. So. Yeah, a couple things coming up. I know that a lot of people know this, but a lot don't, that the Park District runs and manages Central Theater downtown. So, we just finished with Wicked and have Song Sung Blue starting tonight, the Neil Diamond, Hugh Jackman, and Kate Hudson. So that's going to start tonight. And then we actually we've done one. And now working with GBC, we are doing a couple Bruin views. So we have one in February, and then one in May. Blues Brothers and Dazed and Confused. So so they come out, they bring a keg over to the theater, and you can get concessions and buy a beer and watch a beer. So an over 21 event.
How'd it go for Halloween? I was out of town. I'd like to have attended that.
It was a decent crowd, I think, for a new event, and kind of getting the word out. We know that people are busy with other things as well. So just hoping to kind of get that in the mix, show some different things, different times. Not to get too deep into it, but when you work with Universal and Disney and all of that, we're sometimes limited on showings and what we can do as far as showing something without showing their movie at the time that it's planned out there. So there's a lot of inner workings that Scott Himmelman gets to do when planning those movies at Central Theater. But and then also have some free movies over spring break. So this activity guide right now goes January through May. So if you look in there, get online, you're going to see have a couple free movies that kids can come out to during spring break. I know it doesn't seem like we should think about spring break right now when it's January 9th, but always planning. And then we have started, it's been a couple of years now, but we, on the second Wednesday of the month, we do a free senior movie. Call it Senior. Brandon, if you came, we're not going to turn you away, all right? So there's a free pop and popcorn with that. And next week on Wednesday, we're showing Reagan. So they kind of give us a wide variety of movies that they would like to see in that theater. On a Wednesday at 1 o'clock, there are 60 to 70 individuals that walk in there and get their pop and popcorn and enjoy a matinee movie. So.
You don't have to show ID then.
No, not on that one. Not on that one either.
Yeah.
All right.
Your 70-year-old fake ID.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we've been very fortunate to work with the Geneseo Foundation in helping support a lot of free programs as well. So we have a lot of youth programs that are coming up now and through the spring and into May. And those, so membership, with your membership, those are free programs, and if you're not a member, they're limited, or it's a reduced fee. But so we do have an after-school program that, as a member, you can come to this free. It's 2 days a week, 3:30 to 6 on Mondays and Thursdays. And those kids, they do field trips around town. They do STEM-style programs. They use the gymnasium. They're playing Legos, those marble tracks, all of that stuff. They get that out. The robotics club has come in the past, so it's a really neat program. Have about 30 to 40 kids that are in that twice a week. And then other programs like that, junior architects, STEM programs, and then two that are a little bit newer is a Spy Academy. That is a program, again, for youth to just kind of help these kids look at, unique experience and kind of solve a crime type of program. And then a Hitmakers workshop. So there's an individual in town that helps produce music, Jose Urquiza, and he is going to help these kids develop a song and then kind of produce it there, bring some equipment in, and all of that. So again, if you're a member, those are all free programs, so you can get online and sign up. And if you're not, they're $10 or $20 for something. So
nice.
Just trying to branch out. We obviously don't have the equipment that you guys have in a room like this, but trying to get some people in to maybe have future guests on this show, right? That know what they're talking about.
Hey, we can set up a corner here,
That's
bring
right.
the instruments, and
There we go.
let it rip.
There. I love it.
Chief
I love it.
Distrihoff would be excited. Sounds like you could be training future Geneseo police officers in your spy
that's
games
right.
program.
That's right.
Good
yes.
good point, Brent.
Yes. Yeah.
Always looking to recruit.
Yeah. Throw that plug out there, right?
Well
I like
done.
it. I like it. All right. Something else that we are in the works with is, believe it or not, it has been 10 years since the Aquatic Center is open. So this, you take out a COVID year in there, so 10 years of operation. And so we are looking at kind of a 10-year birthday bash this summer. So looking at music on the deck and some giveaways and all of those types of things. So I know time really flies when you think that facility is already 10 years old, right?
Yeah. It's wild.
So it is.
And actually, speaking of that, Andy,
Yeah.
we've been, over the last couple months here, been compiling the old JCTV episodes that we used to do, and they run from 94, I think, to 2002.
Okay.
But one of them was with Bob Orsi
Sure.
when we started the process of the indoor pool.
Yep.
And, again, the design, the construction, the build, and what have you. And since then, we've had, the Aquatic Center
Yep.
and addition going on now, and just kind of neat to see the progression.
It is.
And
Yes.
the enhancements that it brings to our entire community.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you say that, we've been fortunate enough, again, through grants and donations to do things like work with youth football for the building that's at the athletic field that helps update their facilities, but also gives us a day camp space, a rental space, and that's been heavily utilized. And, then on the heels of that, putting a playground down there for the kids with the day camp, but also just the community members when there are youth football games. That gets a lot of usage, along with the climbing boulder that was a donation as well. So
Yeah, and one thing I think probably most people know it is there, but it's kind of behind the building a little bit. But it is a wonderful play area.
It is.
And it's kind of a little bit hidden. But if you're at the old athletic field, definitely go back and check it out, because there's a lot of neat stuff back there for the kids to play on.
Yes, it's a great space. So wanted to touch on the 10-year celebration that's coming up. Just kind of, again, early planning stages of that, but look for that this summer. And then with that, there will definitely be giveaways and raffle prizes and some fun, some popcorn, little ode to the original popcorn buckets that we had 10 years ago. So there might be something with popcorn coming up as well. So. As far as athletics go, we have basketball, youth basketball, little kids, 1st and 2nd grade clinics coming up. Volleyball programs, as far as adult volleyball, those start in a week or two. And then something new that we are trying, a lot of feedback over the fall, is a girls' flag football program. So 1st and 2nd grade and 3rd and 4th. We've had a lot of individuals ask about that, and then we've had the girls participate in our boys program in the fall and said, all right, well, let's put together something in the spring. So hoping to get enough to run that through this April. So
Very nice.
something a little bit different. Let's see what else. Spring break, have a spring break camp. So if you need something for your kids to do during that time, we'll have that available. And also during that time, there's free bounce house and free swim days at the indoor pool. So those are the days that they get busy in the gym and in the indoor pool when you have all the kids that come. It's just open to the public on those days. And then something new that we are trying out a few times in January, February, and March, is a free sound bath and meditation. So if you are looking for a way to relax and revitalize yourself on a Sunday afternoon, this is a great way. I have done it myself and laying on a mat, and it's the bowls. I'm going to butcher it, so Elissa, I'm sorry if she's listening, but so they have the bowls and kind of there you go. You maybe
Well, look at Brandon.
I can just hum it for you.
He knows what I'm talking about. I appreciate that. Yeah. So that is something that we're trying out already, and that is the January one is about half full already. So it's something that people are interested in.
Maybe a live remote, Brandon.
Yeah, it may not be a very exciting show.
On site.
But very, very relaxing.
That's right. Yes. Other than that, always look for the daddy-daughter dance and mother-son dances that are coming up this spring. We have a gymnastics meet at the community center for our competitive gymnastics team on the 18th. And then another thing that I like to highlight is we have again worked with the Geneseo Foundation to offer free swim lessons for 3rd and 4th graders. So it has been a program. What our goal was with this is to be able to offer a free swim lesson to every child then over 9 years to get to, say, 3rd grade through seniors in the Geneseo School District have had the opportunity to take a swim lesson. So, that don't know if everyone has over that time, but we're in year 5 on that program. So, in another 4 years we have had, and that 3rd, 4th grade age is kind of the age that kids are able to come to the pool by themselves. So we want them to have that opportunity to take a session of swim lessons to understand rules, but also how to swim.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, great program. As somebody that doesn't know how to swim, I would encourage everyone to learn.
Right.
Particularly if you have the opportunity for free.
Yeah, absolutely. And then finally, speaking, I know that it seems like we're a long way out, but it'll come quick. We are already starting to discuss our summer staff. So we do have some lifeguard programs coming up to be certified lifeguard, and then if you're interested in day camp counselor and some of those other part-time positions over the summer, we had a donation. A lifeguard who passed away several years ago, and his family donated to the Park District to allow for, again, kids in the Geneseo School District to take the lifeguard certification class for free. So in the hopes that then they become staff and learn and kind of carry on his legacy. So Steve Alexander's family donated that to the Park District. So just a cool kind of legacy program for him and his family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I've kind of come to the end of my sheet here. I brought the whole activity guide, but I don't think anybody wants me to just read program by program. So that is all online. You can stop into the community center and pick up pages that interest you. And always a lot going on.
Excellent. Well, thanks for the update. No, you're hitting your timeline right on schedule today.
Perfect.
Well done, Andy.
Try to wrap up right before 8 o'clock.
Yes.
So, a couple things to mention, Keith. I did want to put out there, we shared it on our Facebook page yesterday, but the Illinois Municipal Utility Association, which Geneseo is a part of as a public utility agency, just released their scholarship program for this year. So that's available to Geneseo seniors here at the high school. It's an essay process. Check it out on our Facebook page or website. But it's a $1,000 scholarship, and they award 4 of them a year to the participating agencies across the state. Also, Christmas. If you still got your Christmas tree up, I don't know what you're thinking, but if you do, or just have it in the yard, maybe this is for real Christmas trees. We will be doing pickup on those on the 14th, 21st, and 28th. Those are the last 3 opportunities left to get those to the curb for pickup if you want the city to help you out in disposing of those. And then what else, Keith? We got a city council meeting, first
Yeah.
one of the year on Tuesday, the 13th, coming up here.
Yep.
Been a while since the council has met.
Yeah, we had a break from the cow with the just how Christmas fell last year.
Yep. So got some things coming up there. Big one, North State Street project continuation. There'll be some discussion on that on Tuesday night, but that project will be starting in, we just had a big meeting on it yesterday with the selected contractor. That will be starting in early March. So we'll be having a neighborhood meeting, inviting all the neighbors that will be impacted by that project to City Hall. Probably in early February. We'll be announcing that soon, or anybody else that wants to come and learn about what's going on. But that is the continuation of the project all the way from Wells down to Ogden. So that's kind of the home stretch to get you here to the high school. Replacement of all underground infrastructure, new street, new sidewalks, and the taking electric underground and doing the decorative lighting all the way down to the high school here.
So you're saying the Maple City 4 course will continue to veer off of State Street for one more year?
Might have a cross-country element to it.
The off-road edition. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
we are. We'll have to talk, Andy.
Yep.
We're a lot of the races. You know,
Yeah.
the police department. We started doing them at Richmond Hill. Kind of had a Deputy Chief Carson who was on our show, our last
Yes,
show.
yes.
Moved on to take over Chief of Silvis, Illinois. But you know, he helped design a course, a 5K course that works up at Richmond Hill Park. And really, as we start to talk to groups over the past month or so, we're really kind of pushing all of those events to that Richmond Hill course. It's safer. You know, groups that don't have as many volunteers as you guys do on some of the you know things you put together.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Yep.
And for safety to have not so many intersections that
Right.
you have to block off, direct traffic, and do all of these things. So
Maybe with that being a 4-mile race, we'll just go to the athletic field and do 16 laps, and we'll call it good. Then it's even more contained. I don't know about the police car leading the race on that
Maybe
one.
the police ATV or whatever we have.
Right.
yeah, I know it's a balance between keeping it fun still,
Yes.
but
Nobody understand the logistics and even volunteers nowadays finding those individuals to help out.
It's hard.
And-
Good point.
Yeah.
put everybody on a treadmill in the community center
right.
and
That's
run your
right.
5K. That's no fun.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so council meeting Tuesday and more things to come.
There you go. And if you're not doing anything tonight, I believe the Rock Island Rocks will be in town taking on the Geneseo Maple Leafs and boys basketball action tonight here at the high school. So come on out if you have nothing on your no plans, and cheer on the boys as they take on Rocky. Boys having a good season.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, all right. Well, with that, we'll pull the plug on this one. Andy, again, thank
Yep.
you so
Thank
much
you guys for having
coming
me.
in. Brandon,
Appreciate it.
always good seeing you, my friend. We'll see you next Friday, if not sooner. Well,
Tuesday.
We'll see you sooner. Yeah, we'll have to talk about Tuesday.
Oh,
But,
okay. He's bailing.
But with that, that's going to wrap it up. So thanks for listening to Let's Talk Geneseo. This is WGRG 100.5 FM in Geneseo. Have a great weekend.